We must positively rewire our minds as we continue to grow in this truth. All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Wahawer Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who rule well and who taught me this truth. Salutations to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth out there. And shalom to the rest of the 1/3 remnant of men, women, and children seeking salvation at the hands of Yahweh Shah as we await this second Exodus. All right. And what I want to do in this lesson, all right, is I'm going to play a video real quick for you. All right. Going into the scientific term neuroplasticity. Okay. Neuroplasticity. And what you find out is that our minds or our brains, in other words, are constantly rewiring themselves. Okay. Meaning our brains are so complex and intricately designed by the Most High that they're constantly able to formulate new ways of thinking, okay, or new belief systems in our minds, okay. And the reason I'm bringing this out, okay, is because I've been meditating on, the relation of thoughts, feelings, and actions, okay, because they're all related, okay. Thoughts ultimately dictate how you feel, and how you feel ultimately dictates how you act, right? And you when you do that over and over again, for everything, that we go through in life, right? Everything you deal with in life, okay? You do that over and over again, man, you develop an established way of thinking, right? That becomes set in stone in your mind, right? That becomes your belief, okay? And so we're going to find out that you ultimately you're developing a pathway in your mind via neural pathways, okay, which I'm going to play the video, okay, but there are pathways in our mind that you're literally you're strengthening those pathways, okay, based off of your belief system, okay, or based off of how you normally think, feel, and act, all right, to any given circumstance, right? So for example, say say you have loved ones that that are dying from different diseases in your family. Well, the first time it happens, right, you start feeling some type of way, right? That's you start feeling some type of emotion. One of your loved ones just died, so that hurts, okay. You may feel angry, you may feel sad, right? You didn't get to spend more time with them, you didn't get to say what you wanted to say, whatever the case may be, man. So you start feeling some type of way, and then ultimately you end up having thoughts that are flowing through your brain, okay? Thinking, damn, why did I treat them like this? Why did they do this? Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to my family? Right? You start thinking certain thoughts, right? Thoughts plus feelings, and then you act a certain way. Now, you go out, you're hurt, right? You may go out and hurt somebody else. You may, in whatever way, shape, or form, right? You might, somebody's looking at you wrong, so you key their car up, okay? You slash somebody's tires, okay? You go back and all these different things, man. Your thoughts and feelings ultimately dictate your actions, okay? And like I said, using this example, okay, say that's happened multiple times in your life, to where you have loved ones that continue to die, right? So after the first time you went out and you reacted a certain way, okay, well, when you continue to go out and do that each time that loved one, you have a loved one dies, in this example, okay, you're building up a pathway in your brain, okay, and you're strengthening that pathway to where you're developing a belief system, okay, whether you know it or not. You're making it that much easier for you to go out and react in a similar fashion down the line, okay? And you're making it that much harder for you to go out and react in a positive manner when that occurs, okay? Instead of using that hurt, you feel, to grow and as fuel to pour that energy into an ambition, or to, be better in some area of your life, or to develop some skill or build your character. From that hurt, you use that energy you use that energy negatively, okay, and that's going to make it that much easier down the line to use that energy in a negative manner, okay? And that's what literally takes place, man, because our brains, how we're designed, okay, we function in that manner. Okay, wherein our minds literally build pathways that strengthen the more they're used. Okay, and that's why the term goes, if you don't use it, you lose it. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this video. All right, and then we'll go ahead and jump into this lesson. All right.
Well into old age. In fact, our brains change every day. Our brains are considered to be plastic or pliable, and this has helped neuroscientists coin the term neuroplasticity. So how does neuroplasticity work? Well, think of your brain as a huge city with thousands of roads and lots of traffic. Some of these roads are faster than others, with lots of traffic moving quickly and easily. These roads with all their traffic represent our established ways of thinking, feeling and doing. Every time we think, feel or do something in the same way, we strengthen this road, making it faster, and it becomes quicker and easier for our brains to travel this pathway. But by contrast, if a road wasn't built well in the first place, or becomes blocked, or we think, feel or do something differently, we start to use a different pathway. If we keep using that new road, our brains begin to use this pathway more and more, and this new way of thinking, feeling or doing becomes automatic. In the meantime, the old pathway gets less and less use and weakens. In other cases, it may be possible to repair or rebuild a blocked pathway. This process of rewiring your brain by strengthening existing pathways, making new ones, weakening old ones, and repairing broken ones is neuroplasticity in action.
All right, man, that's amazing. So you see that, all right, and this shows you there's a creator, man, that to be able to, this level of intricate design, man, this is amazing. Okay, but as he said in this video, man, once you develop a new way of thinking, feeling, and doing, all right, you develop a new pathway in your brain. Okay, and then once you continue with that established way of thinking, okay, it becomes automatic, right? To where in the old way of your thinking, okay, it weakens. Okay, it literally weakens. Okay, there's less activity in that area, right? So, for example, going into this lesson, all right, like I said, all right, we have to constantly positively rewire our minds in this truth. Okay, meaning there was an old way you used to do things. Okay, you had an old I'm trying to see how to say this. All right, you had an old way of doing things, right? Before you came into this truth, you were given into the lust of the flesh, carnality. Okay, and you know, you didn't really have a type of moral compass. You didn't really have a type of discipline. Okay, because you didn't know the will of the Heavenly Father. You know, so you had an established way of thinking. You had a belief system. Okay, you know, where, you know, myself, for example, used to be a part of Christianity. So growing up with that, years and years of thinking a certain way and, you know, feeling a certain way, right? That became my belief system. Okay, that's what I was on, right? And that was, you know, when we go to this video, right? If we look at this as a city with thousands of roads and cars traveling on those roads, well, that would have been a very highly traveled road. Okay, it would have been a lot of traffic on that road. Okay, but as I came into the truth, right, the Most High has enlightened us by way of the Holy Spirit to where we've came back into this ancient wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, to where now our minds have been rewired and new pathways have been opened. Okay, we've been brought under a new vibration. Okay, or under a new frequency to where now the road that is gaining the most traffic. Okay, now the road that every car is on, where the traffic is, that pathway is the pathway of this truth. Okay, and the will of the Most High and doing things that are pleasing to him. Okay, and as he said in the video, right, with this new way being strengthened and becoming automatic, the old path ultimately weakens. Okay, it gets quieter. Okay, and the more you use the new path, or your mind is rewired in that positive light, okay, of this truth, the easier it becomes, right? The easier it becomes. All right, this is see here, 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. It says, therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach Yahushua, he is a new creature, right? Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Okay, so just like I was saying, man, you become a new creature, right? You abandon your flesh, you know, your fleshly way of thinking. Okay, I need to get the bag to build wealth on this side. You know, I need all the fast cars. I need all the women. You know, I need the biggest houses, the yachts, right? You stop thinking like that, man. Ultimately, you abandon, the fleshly desires. And as scriptures say, you focus your conversation towards the heavens. You start thinking, man, I'm trying to build up my spiritual wealth, right? I'm trying to build up my spirit. I'm trying to get back into the ancient ways of doing stuff that is pleasing to the Most High. All right. I'm trying to attain power and rulership, right? In immortality, right? In wisdom and infinite riches and infinite wealth, right? You develop a higher level of thinking, man. You develop a higher consciousness, okay, coming into this truth, right? Ultimately, what happens is the Most High rewires our brains. He transcends us, okay? Because becoming a new creature means you're born again, right? That's what it means to be born again, okay? And instead of thinking fleshly and carnally, you're thinking spiritually, right? You're thinking about the spiritual man, okay? You're thinking about how you can grow spiritually, okay? It says, old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new, all right? Yeah, because why? You come into the truth, right? As an Israelite, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you understand our history, all right? You understand that the Bible is our history, okay? You understand that we are under the curses of Deuteronomy 28, all right? Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, right? We're under all those curses because we transgressed the law of the Most High, okay? You understand why we're in the predicaments, the poverty, the hoods, the ghettos, the low estate, all right? You understand why we're in the predicaments we are in down here on this earth, okay? And you understand what you need to do, all right, to get back in the good graces of the Heavenly Father so that we can seek salvation, all right, and to receive the blessings in our kingdom, okay? So being rewired, man, being brought into this truth, you abandon the old flesh and you develop and grow your spirit, okay? You're building pathways, okay, that grow your spirit, okay? And so much so that the Most High has given us blueprints to how we're to be thinking, okay? Because we see, right, if you think a certain way, in a negative manner, right? Say somebody went and killed your cousin, right? So now you feel some type of way, you feel angry, you feel sorrow, right? So you got thoughts that are being put into your mind by demonic spirits, okay? Because we're gonna have thoughts, right? And you can't control your thoughts, right? So you're gonna have wicked thoughts, right? But the problem is when you give energy or power over to those thoughts, because now you validate it, right? So those demons are tempting you because you're in a weak position, right? You're hurt, right? So you're in a weakened position. So this is when the demons are going to come and tempt you, okay? They're going to come and put thoughts into your head. Yeah, man, I'm about to kill this nigga, bro. You're not about to get away with that shit. And, he did that shit to me, so I'm about to get him back, right? Now you start thinking this way, and those are ultimately thoughts that are being fed and polluted into your mind, man. And once you give energy to them, that's when you act, all right? Now you acting out. Now you go out, you grab your strap, right? You go shoot the nigga up that killed your cousin, right? Now what? Now you're just down now you go down a negative downward spiral, okay? And you develop an established way of thinking, okay? Now you think, nigga, kill one of mine, I'm gonna kill one of his, and right? But you come into the truth, you abandon that old way of thinking, right? You understand that the scriptures tell you you're not supposed to commit murder, okay? The scriptures tell you be angry and sin not, right? So am I saying you're not going to have a feeling if somebody did that? No, of course not. We humans, I'm not saying that. But how you react in a certain situation, man, that dictates whether you're promoting positivity or negativity, okay? And ultimately, if you react negatively, you're going to be hurting yourself or others, okay? And you're going to continue to go down that spiral because you're building that pathway in your brain, and it's making it easier and easier for you to do that, okay? And what you're supposed to do in a situation like that, okay, is leave it up to the Most High, because he's just, okay? He's going to deal with them, all right? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5. It says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High. Here's the point. And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, right? So bring into captivity, man. Bring into bondage, right? Bring all of those wicked thoughts that you're going to have because we're human. You're going to have happy thoughts. You're going to have bad thoughts, okay? We're human. You have the ability to power whether or not you're going to give energy over to those wicked negative thoughts, okay? What you're supposed to do in those situations is to bring those thoughts under the power or the obedience, right, of Yahweh Shah, of the Most High and his son Yahweh Shah. Why? Because as the creator of all things, the Most High and the son Yahweh Shah, all right, everything falls under their subjection, okay? Everything is obedient. All the spirits that were created, everything both seen and unseen, all the creatures, the demonic spirits, right? As you read in the book of Job, okay, the demonic spirits, including Satan, okay, they went, they're in the spiritual world, like with the angels, okay? They're on the left-hand side and the angels are on the right-hand side, okay? They don't just do what they want to do, all right? That's what we have to understand. The demons, okay, those spirits, they're not out here just doing what they want to do, okay? When they do something, okay, it's because they've been given that order, okay, or they've been allowed, they've been allowed to do that, all right? They're not just out here doing what they want to do, okay? And you have to understand when you come into this truth that the Most High is balanced, okay? Going back to this, the point of the lesson, man, is that our old way of thinking has to be changed. You once thought that the Most High was all love and he was okay with homosexuals and he hates the sin but loves the sinner and all this bullshit. But when you read the scriptures, you understand that the Most High is balanced as it gets. Okay, meaning he is a great and terrible power, right? He's great, right? He has his righteous people on the earth. Okay, the Israelites, he has the wicked, the Edomites. He has righteous spirits created, the angelic powers, our brethren. He has wicked spirits created, the demons. Okay, he brings good times. All right, he brings bad times. Right, you're gonna feel up sometimes. You're gonna feel down sometimes. That's balance. All right, the Most High is not leaning too far to no extremes. Okay, and that's what literally makes him the Most High. Okay, because he controls everything at all times. Okay, so like I said, you got to abandon your old way of thinking, man. You can't be just led by your emotions, okay? Because that's going to lead you doing stupid stuff, okay? You led by your emotions, so it prevents you from being able to accept the truth. You telling me the Most High hates a nation of people? He only loves one nation? He's only coming to save one nation, right? You're telling me that the Yahweh Shah is going to come and he's going to kill people? This is not the God that I love, right? Because you're putting your emotions in a situation and it's preventing you from thinking logically, okay? When you read the scriptures say what they say, man. And that understanding of the scriptures is only going to be revealed to you if the Most High wants it to, right? And that's just the fact of the matter. So like I said, you got to rewire your mind, man. Any thought that is wicked or that it makes you feel like it's not worth it and lowly, right? Or that you should go and do something harmful to yourself or others, those are wicked thoughts. Don't give power to them, okay? Instead, just like Yahweh Shah gave us the example, okay, after he fasted 40 days and 40 nights, understand he was hungry, okay? His flesh was weak, right? And that is when Satan went and tempted him, I believe, 3 times, okay? Yeah, the demons, all right, those spirits are going to come when you're in your weakest moments, okay? When you're in your darkest moments is when they're going to come and attack you. All right, that's how it's set up. Okay, now are you going to be weak in that moment and give over, or are you going to do what Yahweh Shah did? All right, which is use these scriptures, these tools, right, the spiritual power to combat that. Okay, if you don't know a scripture in the moment, okay, all you have to do, when you're thinking those wicked thoughts, man, and it's plaguing your mind heavy, bring those thoughts into the captivity. All right. And under the obedience of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, right? Nothing on this earth created, that we can see or not see, can do anything contrary to the will of the Most High, period. Okay? So we have power over, we have power, man. We have this power and we have to start utilizing it, all right? we have to utilize it, all right? And that's how we become that new creature, okay? By doing that. All right. All right. And this is let me see here. Yeah, this is Galatians chapter 5, verse we'll start at verse 17. It says, "For the flesh lusteth against the spirit." Okay, and these are those two polar opposites, man. We talk about balance, okay, because the Most High is balance. So you got the spirit man, that new creature, as you Israelites can become, all right, as you know, you come into this truth and grow in the truth, all right, and you have the flesh, the carnal man, all right, Esau, okay, yeah, that's the flesh, and we're going to see characteristics and ways of thinking that that are attributed to the flesh, and ways of thinking and characteristics that are attributed to the spirit. Okay, so knowing these, right, you're going to be able to use these ways, all right, or these characteristics, okay, to think on these things, right, to say these positive affirmations, right. I'm a child of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. I am a child of the light according to the scriptures. I am a king. I am a priest. I am a princess. I am a royal. We're a part of a royal nation. Okay. I am a God, right? All these things, man, you build yourself up, okay? You build those pathways, solidify those pathways, and so that it weakens your old corrupt way of thinking, okay, and doing things, okay? We've been fed lies by Esau, okay? They've raped, robbed, murdered, okay? They've destroyed our people. They've destroyed our minds, okay? We're in the lowest conditions, okay? You read Deuteronomy 28, man, you see how far removed we are from from being that top nation that we were created to be, right? All right. But it says, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Okay, so our spirit is constantly fighting with our flesh, man. And the way that these demons get to us, right, is they attack our flesh. They tell us, go eat pork. You know, and it's going to be in the form of these thoughts, man. You know, like, you know, I'm just gonna grab this pork. I'll just eat a couple pieces of bacon. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. You know, I'm gonna celebrate Christmas. I got kids. You know, I'm gonna go get tattooed. I'm gonna get some ink because, you know, I had some shit happen to me and I want to express I want to express it. You know, all these things are going to be in the form of thoughts, man. You know, that's how, you know, that connection with the spiritual world. This is how we war against. You know, this is how we have to fight our demons. Okay. But it says, but if ye be led by the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these, all right? Adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like. All those things, man, all of those things, all right, are the lust of the flesh. Adultery, your man going and sleeping with another man's wife, a woman going out and sleeping with any other man besides the man, you know, that she's with. Okay. Fornication, different types of sexual immorality, such as threesomes, anal, a man with a man, a woman with a woman, fornication, right? Uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry. Okay. So being a part of these other religions, right? Witchcraft, you know, you got different witches out here, wizards, you know, people that, you know, give all their power over to zodiacs and, all, you know, all those things, man. Hatred. Okay. So hatred is a characteristic of the flesh, right? Variance, emulations, wrath, right? Because wow, these things are going to cause you to do something bad, something wicked. Okay. Everything we're reading about is causing you to err. It's causing you to sin. Okay. Strife, seditions. Okay. You got loudmouth, loudmouth in the streets, right? Trying to rile people up and trying to cause problems with people that, you know, ain't even had no problem, right? Seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, right? Going back to that example. Okay. Drunkenness, being loudmouth, slurred words, you know, just all out in the streets, you know, not a care in the world. Revelings and such like. Here's the point of the which I tell you before, as I have told you in past time, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Meaning you're going to be destroyed. And it's all right. You're going to be destroyed. Okay. You keep building those pathways in your mind if you want to. Okay. Keep giving energy and power over to that wickedness. Is going to destroy you. Okay. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Okay. So understand that, man. The frequencies and vibrations you need to be tuned into, the pathways you need to build in your mind, all right, to be aligned with the Creator and how He wants things to be, is to be in the Spirit, okay? Which you have to, which the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, right, long suffering, meekness, all those things, okay? So this is what it is, man. This is that balance, right? You're always gonna have both dynamics playing out down here on this earth, okay? But it's for the hopeful elect, to the best of our ability, we are trying to have our minds rewired and tuned into the vibration of the truth, okay? This ancient knowledge, right? This power, okay? Because we know what it leads to, all right? We know it leads to immortality. We know it leads to a life everlasting. We know it leads to new bodies. We know it leads to infinite wealth and riches. We know, according to the scriptures, we're never going to cry again. We're never going to hunger again. We're never going to be in poverty again. We're going to be the top nation. All right. We're going to have these heathen under our subjection. We know all these things, man. So our mind is constantly focused on the spiritual. OK, for the most part. Right. You know, we, to the best of our ability, we're thinking on those spiritual things. OK. All right. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and end it off. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 13. It says, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind. Okay. So gird up your mind. And how do you do that? We just read. All right. Abandon that old way of thinking. All right. Abandon the wickedness. Okay. Abandon anything that's contrary to the commandments of the Most High. Okay. Abandon it, man. It might be hard at first. You got to give up weed. You know, stop doing drugs. All right. Stop, doing all these wicked things, man. Stop stealing, right? Stop killing. Okay. Stop committing adultery, idolatry. Okay. Yeah. Once you stop doing those things. All right. And once you start practicing to do what is pleasing to the Most High, as we've learned, it becomes easier and easier for you to do that. Right. Wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober. Right. So you have to have a clear mind. Right. You don't want to be polluted with all those wicked thoughts. And the more you give energy to them, the more you're going to be polluted and plagued with them. OK, that's how it works. That's how our minds are designed. OK, that's how it works. The more you give energy to that the wicked thoughts. Right. The more your mind is going to be plagued with them because you're strengthening that pathway. So it's the same for the other aspect. OK, the more you give energy to the truth and to this righteousness, the more it's going to be on your mind, man. The easier it's going to be to meditate on it. All right. The easier it's going to be to stay in the spirit. You constantly thinking of the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, peace, right? All those things. The more you do that, those affirmations, right? I am a child of the Most High, Israelite, the top nation, all those things, man. The more you do it, that's what you become. All right. You develop that belief system and that's what you become. Right. It says, be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua Mashiach. Okay, man, the second coming is imminent. All right. Understand that. Okay. We're going to be saved by grace because we've all done things in our lives to where we would have been put to death according to the law, but we are under grace. Okay. So that's why you're not supposed to be out here taking matters into your own hands, being angry all the damn time, side-eyeing people, trying to kill people, listening to this loud ass wicked music. Okay. Putting wicked thoughts in your head and just fueling that negative energy. Okay. The more you do it, the harder it's going to be to get out of there. Right. So yeah, man, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, Wahawar Kakadash. All right. Lord's willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to say shalom until the next one.